Good morning, it's first light, I'm on a brook. I think we've bypassed autumn and gone straight into winter today. It's a very chilly start to the day. However, the fishing goes on, and the species I'm targeting on this particular session, which will be a very short one, is three-spined stickleback. It's already been a good start on the nature front. I've seen two muntjacks just on the walk down to the brook. I've been here about 10 minutes. I caught that first fish, second drop in. I had one come off as I lifted it from the water on the first cast. Then I've had a couple of tiny fish also come off as I lifted them, and I just got one in my hand. Not a big stickleback, but certainly bigger than those I've just mentioned. However, in my hand it flipped and went back into the brook of its own accord. So apart from what I've got to show to the camera, quite a lively start to the session. And here's one that didn't get away. Talking of things going back into the brook of their own accord, my phone decided to slip down the bank into the water. It seems to be okay. I've switched to my main one though, just for the recording that will take place now until the end of the session, just in case that one doesn't come out. So you'll either be coming in at this point, or I'll be able to combine the two sets of clips together. We shall see. Look at the size of that one. Took a maggot. Not quite the hook with it, but hanging on for dear life. I lifted it from the water. It's a very positive sign. There's a breeding colony of three-spined sticklebacks in this particular section, which I knew anyway. That's a poacher's pocket. That's the name of the brand. Mini rod and reel. I've had that for many years. It's fantastic for this type of angling. There's the maggot. It's on a size 16 hook. You might think that's large for sticklebacks, but it means that they won't swallow it as easily. So method in the madness. And I nip the end of the maggot as well, so the younger ones, the tiny baby sticklebacks in particular, can hang on for dear life and be lifted from the water. The larger ones though, you will catch them with the hook, and about 4 or 5 inches away from that, you can see just there to the right of my hand is a small shot, which means I can get it out. A little bit of casting weight, not too much needed, because I'm basically dropping it into the deeper water, undercut banks, bends. Very shallow brook, very shallow indeed. But the fish will be congregated just as they are on other rivers in certain spots. It's not rocket science, it's watercraft. That's an example of one of the larger fish being caught with the hook. Immediately followed by a tiny stickleback that decided to hold on, although now it has let go in the palm of my hand. Another tiny fish. Nothing major this morning so far in terms of size, but they're all great. I'm catching one after the other, all about the same size. I'll tell you what though, the really positive thing is, well, I'm catching, which is positive, but it means that they've had a really good breeding season on this brook. Brilliant. I've had a very good week indeed fishing, and that's because I've been out every day. No, I haven't missed a day at all. That was my bucket list tick for this year, the first year of retirement, and I wanted to hit the ground running, so to speak. I've been on the River Team, I've been on the Severn, I've been on the River Stour, so 3 rivers in recent days. I've been on the Staffordshire-Worcestershire Canal, and this morning I've been on a small brook in pursuit of 3 spiced ficklebags.